If you have been on the internet for any significant length of time, you'll have probably seen your fair share of scams and fake products. Today, we're going to be ranking them from their effectiveness, creativity, to their originality. Starting off with an all-time classic, we have the Nigerian prince scam. This scam involved the victim receiving emails from a rich Nigerian prince in need. The premise is that the prince has their funds locked up or in limbo, and they need the help of a one-time payment to release their funds, after which they will promptly reward you handsomely for your help. It is pretty obvious that you'll never see the money the prince promises, and are likely never to hear back from your prince in peril. Variations of this scam include long-lost relatives who left a fortune for you to claim after fees or tax, and a billionaire feeling altruistic and deciding to randomly donate money to people who send money first, and on and on and on. One interesting fact about these types of scams are that they often have spelling mistakes and horrible grammar in the emails. This is actually done purposefully to weed out any who are smart enough to catch these initially, leaving only those who fall left of the bell curve and are more likely to fall for the scam. I'd give this scam technique a 3 out of 5 on effectiveness, as it's been all but done to death, and if you fall for one in 2023, you probably deserve it, to be honest. But back in the day, it was probably like a Game 6 Michael Jordan, scamming grandmas left, right and centre.
My name is Walter Hartwell White. I live at 308 Negra Arroyo Lane, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87104.
I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 on creativity though, as it's literally just a block of text that's spammed to any email that they get their hands on. So not much in terms of creativity, unless you count the stories, which are just variations of the same thing. On originality, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5, as it really was the pioneer of the internet scam, and holds a sort of OG status as one of the founding fathers of scam. With that said, overall a 3 out of 5, which is pretty respectable for the OG of scamming. Well done to the Nigerian princes. Round of applause please. Secondly, we're going to be looking at fake or misleading products. Depending on your search history, you probably have an idea what I'm talking about. A certain pill that increases the length of your member, or a technique or device such as vacuum pumps to get you those extra few precious inches. Some of these just sound painful, to be honest, especially the vacuum pump, which I'll let you guess how that is used. The risk of cutting off blood flow to the region is also non-negligible, so you might be getting more than you bargained with, but I'm not one to judge. For effectiveness, I'm going to have to give it a 1 out of 5, as honestly, I doubt many people actually paid for these products, as well as the fact that they would have no repeat customers, as obviously they don't work. For creativity, I'm going to have to go with a 3 out of 5. As when it comes to scams, it's pretty bold to reduce their target audience by 50% and go straight for the manhood. I'm going to have to give this a 2 out of 5 on originality, as it's something that almost all men have thought about, but props to these guys for actually going through the trouble of creating the products. Overall, fake snake enlargement scam, 2 out of 5, which is pretty disappointing, but I guess that's what you get when you order penis pills online. Next up, we have everyone's favourite side hustle, dropshipping / pre-built online stores. It's your Chinese product, made for pennies, sold to Western audiences for massive markups on cheaply built websites that basically ship directly from China to customer. You've probably seen some of these products going viral on TikTok or Instagram, and shortly afterwards, 100 clone websites selling the same thing, slowly decreasing their price to try and outbid each other, until everyone moves on to the next thing. This one's a scam in 2 regards, as the people who buy the items usually get cheaply made products that either don't work or don't last very long, and the people buying the websites that host the products. As I'm sure many of you know, most of those websites don't turn a profit, despite the claims that you can be making 6 figures within a few months. So really, the only people who win are the sweatshop factory owners and Shopify. Creativeness has to be a 0 out of 5, because although there is always one that's ahead of the curve, who's first, you get 100 variations of the same thing within a few days. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 on effectiveness though, as a few of the pages do actually make quite a lot of money. It's just whether you're first or not. Originality is also going to be a 2 out of 5, as it's a relatively newer type of scam, so points for that. But it's gotten so bad that the scam pre-built stores now have their own marketing scam, where you sell them to other suckers, so it's like scamceptions. Overall, 1.33 out of 5. Not very impressed by the pre-built websites / Chinese dropshippers. Finally, we have the OnlyFans spam promotion scam. Usually you find women with the link in bio commenting under popular posts on websites, mostly on Twitter, but also Facebook and Reddit, amongst a few others. The principal idea here is that they post something stupid to bait reactions/comments in reply to the stupid comment in order to gain impressions and eventually subscriptions. It's the worst on Twitter, to be honest, as almost under every post you have a handful of these promoters, regardless of if it's in bad taste or not. Like, the post will be about someone's pet that just died, and they'll reply with something stupid like, "Click the link in the bio if you want to see someone kill this." Morality aside, it's pretty effective scam marketing, as sometimes large accounts get paid under the table and post obvious bait headlines just to direct their audience to the OF accounts, resulting in quite a lot of subscriptions. For effectiveness, I'm going to have to go with a 5 out of 5, as the conversion rate is pretty great, given it's a free way for them to advertise their product. Originality is also going to be a 4 out of 5, as it's still relatively new, and to the untrained eye, it's convincing enough to seem like it's not just a bunch of dudes being paid to farm impressions. Creativity is going to be a 3 out of 5. Some of the posts are pretty creative and subtle. However, like I said, people are starting to catch on to the grift. Overall, this is a 4 out of 5. Easily the most effective scam marketing when you take into account the cost per impression or the cost per click. Honorary mention goes to the pension schemes. Although they aren't scams in the same sense as Nigerian princes, they are pretty big scams if you know how much more money you would make if you invested the payments yourself. Such as if you put the money in the S&P 500, the returns you would make would have you never making a payment again to another pension scheme. Not to mention most state pensions are likely to run out within the next 20 years, so make of that what you will. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.